Mic check, mic check. Okay, guys, I haven't done it in a while. It's been exactly 3 weeks, so I hope everything is working as it should be. Just let me know on chat if you can hear me, and we're gonna get this show on the road and see where faith takes us. Good evening. Good morning. 5 out of 5. Awesome. Thank you, Reno. Thank you for, like, making sure everything is fine. So, I actually had to remove some dust from my mic. Believe it or not, I haven't used it for the whole of 3 weeks. Awesome. Hey, Rascal. Oh, geez, I don't want to butcher your name. Vettel. I have at least few things which come to my mind when I see your name. Specifically Vettel, as in Sebastian Vettel. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna quickly start the game and give you a bit of a background of what's the whole plan. Let me pause it for a moment. Once more of you join the stream, I would like to take a moment to kind of explain myself. Why I wasn't really streaming nor posting any kind of videos recently. Not that I really need to do that, but I have I want to get it off my shoulders. So somewhere later during the stream we're gonna do that. But guys, let's talk a little bit on what is the plan. Raven, high five, bro. So let's talk a little bit about what's the plan for this new playthrough. We're playing on 42.12.2. So this is a brand new update which was released today. I haven't played Zomboid in 3 weeks. Like, when I finished that stream 3 weeks ago, I have not touched the game. I needed to detox a bit from Zomboid, and I'm really interested to see how the game performs. Last time I remember that it was just hellish with all the mods not working. But essentially, I'm digressing here. So this is Bobby Blanco, and the whole idea behind this playthrough is that I really want to get into the military base. But I didn't want to make it too easy. So we actually spawned in Brandenburg. And spawning in Brandenburg, going all the way back to the Rosewood military base. It's probably gonna take us a couple of weeks. Or at least that's what I'm hoping is gonna happen. The zombie population is set too high, urban focused. So we should be expecting oh, that's actually useful. We'll read it later. So we should be expecting quite a lot of resistance. Maybe just a few more words about the build. Hey, Blythe! Good evening to you. The build is like this really wonky mix of stuff. So I just took a build that I was recently using for all the Winter is Coming playthroughs. So it's focused on wilderness survival, you know, heavy spear build, but I also added guns because my intention is to use a lot of guns during this playthrough. Antelope, another friend, welcome. Guys, I missed you. Now that I started, I see that I missed this actually. So nice that you all decided to join the stream. Okie dokie. While we are at it, obviously, the intention will be to, you know, get some good gear, get a decent car, because we will need to, you know, haul our ass all the way to that military base. Hopefully, also, find a tent. Because it's gonna be difficult to, or some sort of another method to sleep near the military base, because I don't think it's gonna be super easy to kind of like clear it all in one day. I think it's probably impossible. So it's gonna be, I hope it's gonna be like a thing that's gonna take some time. I really would be sad if, you know, the character dies on day 3 or something. Because as mentioned, I did take a break. I didn't play at all. I played totally different games. In fact, I got recently really hooked on Kingdom Come Deliverance. But, you know, making a break from Zomboid now makes me want to play this game again. So I'm really happy that I've done the break. Yeah, the subscriber count continues to go up, and believe it or not, people are actually still watching the videos. Which is nice, obviously. I haven't posted anything in almost a month. And I can see there is already 10 of you on stream, so let's just give it a few more minutes, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I've been up to over the last 3 weeks and why I wasn't streaming at all, nor posting videos. My wife doesn't say KCD. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Oh, and guys, maybe just a couple of more words about just the playthrough itself. Oh, I got some errors. Oh, geez, realistic car physics is not properly installed. Okay, that's something we can manage. That's not the end of the world. Of course we are still boys, right? I mean, come on. Like men are just kids. We just change toys. Well, you know, when we grow up. Okay, I don't know precisely where I am. I mean, I know I'm in Brandenburg, but this area doesn't look familiar, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see. Anything useful in the garbage? Actually, yeah. Rascal, I really like the fact that you loved the... Oh, it's all rotten, sadly. Okay. I'm really happy that you like the Masterclass series. Now, a lot of people are saying that, but every time somebody really, you know, like mentions that, it makes my day. The whole, like, story behind the Masterclass was, you know, I needed a method of venting and using spare time that I've had. But, you know, people find it useful, and that's really awesome. Kingdom Come is actually, while we're at it, I love the game. I'm not that deep into the plot yet. I have been playing for like a couple of days. And I'm trying to take it really slow. But it really makes me laugh on so many occasions. I was pondering for a while what would be the game that I should like pick up. Had a couple of like options shortlisted. And eventually went with Kingdom Come, and it was just a fantastic decision. Okay, these zombies are like super slow. Oh, and this keyring could actually have some interesting things for us. Okay, I am super rusty when it comes to combat, so I will try to play the game as safe as possible. Because, again, I am used to some different mechanics, let's just say. Different keybinds. But yeah, apparently you don't forget this. Okay. Oh, does it go up? I didn't pay attention. I wonder what's causing it. You know what would really suck? Yo, I'm getting errors all the time. You know what would really suck? That, you know, this save breaks somehow because of some like stupid mod conflict. So essentially, and I'm gonna turn the game down a little bit because it's just a bit too loud for me. Oh, and especially this jump scare. Yeah, it could be so many things. Answering the question about mods, let's just have a quick look. So, like, I have a lot of things, so, like, added. Okay, the dynamic traits don't work. Common sense I should remove. Yeah, at least a couple of are showing, like, issues. Anyways, yeah. We will see how it goes. Let's be optimistic. Hey, Gabor. Good evening. Oh, chips never go bad. So I'll take it. I wonder why this pop-up about realistic car physics shows up when I am doing something random like opening the refrigerator. That's funny. Okay, guys, so let's get some of things like clarified. Since I can see there is already like quite a few actually. Wow, I wasn't expecting 15 people so early. Welcome. Glad that you guys decided to join the stream. So one of the things that I wanted to cover today was the fact that I wasn't really active on the channel over the past few weeks, and simply put, like my head was like not in the right place when it comes to streaming. Had some trouble at work. Not to go into too many details, but as some of you at least know, I started working in June. It took me a while to find a job. Actually, this YouTube channel was a way of like managing the fact that I couldn't like find a job for a longer period of time. And I started making videos, just a way to get my mind off things and like, do something productive. But like some of you know for sure, I started working in June in a brand new company, and I was at a, like, you know, usually when you start working, you know, you learn things, you pick up new stuff, you get involved, you meet new people, and essentially, like a few months after I started working, the project that I am responsible for is expanding, and there are also some personnel changes. And I was simply kind of stressed out and worried that, you know, there might not be space for me after that reorganization or restructuring. And it really bothered me. It was something that I very rarely like experience stress at work. But those last few weeks were really stressful, and you might say that I was like actually just worried that things might not eventually work out. And I really liked the job, actually. I like the people, and I kind of gotten invested into it. So it simply, you know, like put me in a space where I was completely not able to do anything creative. Whenever I finished work, I was just focused on like, you know, like doing basic things, relaxing. I didn't have the energy to work on videos. I didn't have the energy to do streams. And I figured that probably I just need some time out. I also got tired of Zomboid altogether, and I just needed a break. But it's been 3 weeks. Some things have been clarified. I do still have some like open questions related to the job itself, but I figured this is not something that I have control over. So like dwelling on that is probably not the right thing to do. You just gotta go with the flow and see what happens. And yeah, so we are back. No videos in the pipeline yet, but you know, probably something's gonna come up soon. I just gotta find A, the time, and 2, some inspiration to do these things. But I just wanted to get this off my chest because you know, you guys have been very supportive for like a long time, especially some of you that, you know, been with me almost since the beginning of the channel. And it just felt not right that I've, you know, created this radio silence for such a long period of time. And I got it off my chest right now, so I feel better and appreciate you listening to me. And actually, the viewership didn't go down, so apparently I wasn't too boring. Okay, so this is now in this bottom section. I hate this change. Why would they change the fact that like there's no point? Do any of you guys have any idea where we actually are? Because I have no clue which part of Brandenburg we are actually in. Okay, hold on, let me just catch up on chat. Rascal, I do realize there is that you need a special like procedure to install this mod. Funnily enough, I was actually explaining it in one of my videos. I'm just surprised it's not working. Maybe there was some sort of an update. Ooh, a fanny pack, sweet. Maybe there was some sort of an update to the mod. Never know. Smokes. And another car key. I feel you, man. I get in funk like that when I'm stressed too. It's good that you... Yeah. I was actually surprised myself that it got into me so much. But my wife was super supportive all the time. And, you know, she was like encouraging me, like, do something, like, go stream or... And I figured, you know what? I just simply need to take it easy for a moment. Life happens while you make plans, right? Yeah, 100%. 100%. No, I'm not going to be taking this. Oh, one more thing. I should check the... Is there any gas in this car? There is none. Okay. A white book? Is that... tracking? Okay, maybe. Why not? No, and a bottle is absolutely something I could use. Okay. Okay, keybinds still work. Good. So guys, what were your experiences recently from playing 42.12? Because I haven't, and I'm not sure if I should be careful with something. I know that the shove error has been like fixed. So this should no longer be an issue. Oh, and by the way, we still have power and water, but these should go out fairly soon. I am hoping that we're not gonna have access to these things. I didn't want to start without electricity and water because being rusty and not playing for a while would probably make it a bit more challenging for me. But these should go out pretty quickly. I played a lot of different games because my save broke. Yeah, I actually had to, and believe it or not, I actually had to... all my saves are gone, basically. I cleared the entire save folder. So all the playthroughs I've had, including that Theo Reyes story, which I haven't finished, the save got bricked also. So they're no longer available, so it's a clean slate, you might say. Oh, and Antelope, I totally agree that, you know, like nobody should have the right to complain. It's not like I don't expect anyone to complain. I just like really needed to clarify things. And by the way, Anno 1800 is a great game. Do you have any DLCs or do you have just the base game? I'm selling soap to prison in Anno, yeah. And oh shit, I didn't take Smoker. Lol, okay. That's an omission. I was sure I took Smoker. Well, okay, that's gonna make it a bit easier, I guess. Less things to look for and carry. Yo, you have all of them. I think I only have like base game and some very basic DLCs. Saucepan with pasta. Let's cook something good, guys. Let's cook with bacon and avocado. Can't add frozen food. That's a very valid point. Are these new sounds? Bacon and avocado. Actually, dude, bacon, avocado, a poached egg on a toast. You have no idea how good that is. That is like a goat combination. The only thing is you have to like mash the avocado to make it like a paste, and you use it instead of butter on a toast. That's great. Maybe not exactly with pasta. Okay, I can get your point, but this is actually not a bad combination at all. Blight, you actually live next to the studio that developed Anno? That's cool. Thank you, Reno. Appreciate it. I see you're a man of culture. Not take all. Jesus, turn on. They messed up the things with these buttons. That like makes no sense. Don't fix something that's not broken. I didn't say sweetness of the avocado. Avocado is absolutely, it's more like sour, I would say. It just like mixes well with all the different ingredients. And if you haven't tried a toast with avocado, bacon, and poached egg, I can like, you can trust me. It's a great combo. I didn't know that's actually a German studio, if I'm to be very honest. Okay, let's try and figure out where we are. Brandenburg bypass. I don't want to check the online map. I don't want to cheese stuff. Okay, so this is the railroad. Okay, so I think this is... I think I'm starting to have an idea where we are. Watermelon and salt. I'm not a big watermelon person, if I'm to be honest. That's one of those typical, like, summer fruits that I really don't enjoy. My dogs, they love watermelon, but me? Not really. Oh, there are deer over there. Yeah, so this is the highway. So we are absolutely... We are south. So you got that one right, Antelope. Southwest Brandenburg, I think. Okay, apparently they still haven't nerfed, you know, like the kick to the head. The most deadly weapon of them all. But these zombies are acting weird. Shouldn't they react to the noises? Like, something broken? Yo, like, Settlers is also German? I remember when I was a kid, I was playing Settlers 2. Such a great game. I always enjoyed making these like little roads from flag to flag. So you know, those guys could like carry stuff. It was always so much fun. And the game completely lost its magic for me when I think it was Settlers 3 when they got rid of like, you know, those roads connecting flags to flags. Okay, the mechanic is fairly simple, and probably there are better ways of doing it. But when I lost the ability to make these roads, I was like, no, this is no longer the game I fell in love with. I gotta find a screwdriver, guys. When I find a screwdriver, I will be able to lock all the... Lockpick all the doors and cars and stuff. Whoa. 60 hunger. I wonder what's inside this salad. Some soup? Why not? Volker Vertig. Got a bad argument with Ubisoft and split up with them. Now he's making Pioneers of Pagonia, which... Was it uncooked? Did I actually eat an uncooked soup? Okay, I wasn't paying enough attention. Shame on me. Hopefully I won't die. That would be so much fun. See, I'm rusty. I haven't played in 3 weeks, so these things are bound to happen. And I think I carry a weak stomach, do I? Oh, I do. I have weak stomach, so... we're gonna get a case of massive diarrhea. Okay, some of you, I mean, a lot of you noticed. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. You know, maybe he will die. Ooh! Oh, it's in such a bad condition. But still, it's gonna serve its purpose, at least for a while. Okay, so my primary focal point right now is finding a screwdriver. Because this way I will be able to, like, get into pretty much anything I want. Lock is broken. If he dies, exactly. Yo, that's such a... That was such a powerful quote. I mean, Dolph Lundgren played that role perfectly. It's probably my favorite Rocky movie, now that I think of it. It's so, you know, like stereotypical. Oh. You know, portraying like Russia and having Rocky train in that in that Siberia setting, and you know, Draco like at the same time working out in some sort of a like high-tech lab. Sorry, like high-tech lab, like, pumped with anabolics all the time. But the funny thing about Rocky movies is that there isn't a single human being that would be able to withstand so much beating and not simply, like, die. Because, you know, your brain can only, like, suffer an X amount of damage before it completely shuts down. Okay. Still no screwdriver. There it is. Happy days. I severely underestimated how many trees I have to chop. How big is the base? And where is it? What I've done once, but it was back in build 41. Not sure if you guys know. I mean, you probably know if you've played long enough, you know. Back in Muldrow, there is this section of the town, like in the central area, very close to, really close to the Cortland Medical. There are those really nice houses over there. And very close to that area, there's a small lake. It's like a pond in the forest. And I went on a mission to build like a wooden cabin right next to that pond. And the problem with that cabin was it was, you know, it was in the woods, and I wanted to have like a vehicle access. I wanted to be able to access it with a car. So I decided to build a road. And the road was essentially just floor tiles because, you know, grass doesn't grow over floor tiles, like bushes don't grow over floor tiles. So this way you're able to easily drive And I've made the road. It was 3 tiles wide. It took me probably like 2 in-game weeks. Yeah. And God knows how many nails. Okay, so far so good. We're not getting tired. I hope there isn't like some sort of a mod which messes up with my character's durability, because I would be expecting at some point this dude to start get some muscle strain. Ooh. Oh, I'm absolutely not getting into this today. What's that on your back? Oh, it's just a hole in the jacket. Nothing fancy. Okay. Yeah, that place is awesome, actually. I mean, you can fish there. I was even using like a mod which would... it's like a water pipes mod, which allowed you to make your very own water pump. And with... Oh, look, deer. Cute. And with that water pump, I was able to, like, you know, connect water directly to my sinks and stuff. I didn't need to build those water collectors. I had like filtered water, and then I just got bored. The playthrough was like 6 months old. I didn't have anything. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's not good. I hope it's not gonna pull that entire board from over there. Okay, would you please shut up? The funny thing is, it's actually my car. Okay, gotta assess the situation. Yeah, I made a wooden street, exactly. I should have named it the wooden street, right? But back in build 41, we were unable to do these things. Okay, I got some... Yo, what are the zombies? Okay, here they come. There's like 2 over there. Okay, alarm is out. Okay, here they come. Oh, thank you for asking, Blight, and thank you for remembering. How is my car? Oh, that didn't last long. Better than the baseball bat. Let me just put it this way. No, the car is just... it's awesome. I don't want to gloat, but I am in love with this vehicle. It's just such a smooth ride, so pleasant. It's just... It feels like really luxurious inside. I got tons of really cool features that like I never had in the previous cars. So yeah, value for money, 100%, at least for now. Oh shit. Okay, this is bad. We gotta bail. I'm not gonna be taking on this entire group. Maybe this car alarm drew away zombies from a different area, like over here. It'd be good. And again, I don't want to badmouth the German automotive industry for obvious reasons, but the same like functions and quality would cost me probably 30% more at least if I was to buy a German vehicle, as opposed to what I've gotten with BYD. So yeah. Hand bone. What is this? Is this like a weapon? Can I use it like a weapon? No. Okay, I don't know what this is. I don't want to like have anything to do with this. That was cold, Nash. No, I mean, they're fine vehicles. By all means, they're really fine vehicles. It's just, I mean, I'm happy to share my experience, guys, if you're really interested, because it also made me think when I was in the search for a car. Indeed, it was a while. Good evening to you as well. It took me a while to... I've done some really extensive research spent almost a month, like reading reviews, looking at various different cars, their attributes, engine, horsepower, all the things you would normally look for. And I eventually narrowed my list down to like 3 or 4 different makes, different models and vehicles. And I started to get in touch with the dealerships because obviously I wanted to test drive. And like I had like eventually, after doing more research, we narrowed it down to just 2 vehicles. It was either a BMW and a BYD. We were looking, my wife and I were specifically looking for an SUV with a 4x4 propulsion, mostly because sometimes she needs it for work. Some of you probably know my wife is a dog trainer, and oftentimes she's forced to go into places like forests or fields, where there are no roads and stuff, so buying a regular vehicle is just simply not gonna cut it for us. So we were really trying to get a small-sized SUV, which would just, allow us to, especially for her, to traverse such kinds of roads. And we narrowed it down to BMW X3 and a BYD Seal. And I called into the BMW dealership, and actually not called them, I emailed them that they have this like online form that you need to fill in when you want to like get in touch with them and get a test drive. And they called me after like 6 or 7 days. And the person from the dealership, they were really like, they weren't really polite, to be honest. They were like, the first thing, the funny thing is, the first thing the guy asked me was, do I realize that I will have to wait 8 months for the car? So like, imagine this. You're trying to buy a car, and the first thing they're saying is, you do realize you're gonna have to wait 8 months. Not like, which car are you interested? Or like, what is the thing you're looking for? But like the whole conversation was incredibly discouraging from from the very beginning. And with the Chinese guys, I mean, with BYD, they were incredibly polite from the very first conversation. They were super responsive, and they really showed you that they wanna like sell you the vehicle. And yeah, we went for the test drive, and it was just awesome. And Rascal, just to be clear, I don't have an EV. I live in your typical Eastern European like multi-apartment block, so I have no means of charging the car. So what I've gotten was a hybrid. It obviously has a battery and can run in full EV mode, so it can run as a hybrid or as an electric vehicle, both ways. But the battery is like small. Since it's a hybrid, it has like 80-kilometer range, so it's mostly just for your regular, daily commute. But yeah, I've been using it for like a month now, and it's been great. It's been great. It's been everything I hoped for and more. And since I can see that we got a really interesting discussion on chat about it actually. If you guys are interested in my takes on this, I think I wouldn't necessarily agree that they are bombs on wheels. At least, like, statistics wouldn't really prove that. Granted, there is, if something happens to an electric vehicle, then it's much more complex to put the fire out. If you get the battery to actually catch fire, so that's absolutely true. Even though the new technology, the newer technology batteries are much more resistant to that. In fact, BYD is the second largest global maker of car batteries these days. But if we, like by we, I mean if we as humans figure out like distance, range, or like higher capacity batteries, or we figure out some sort of a way to provide really super fast charging, then people will naturally switch to electronic vehicles at some point. I mean, that's my take. You guys can disagree with me. But in terms of like the drive itself, the fact that it's incredibly quiet, you know, you reach your maximum power of your engine the moment you press the accelerator. There is no much, you don't lose any like energy in the process, and you don't need the engine to rev up because you're already at 100%. It's actually quite a pleasant experience, even despite the fact that you don't hear the engine itself. And I don't have opinions on hydrogen. Actually, I'm not much of a car guy. I was even mentioning it in one of the streams that myself, not streams, one of the videos, that I'm not a car guy at all. But just as a user, I've had the opportunity to drive electric vehicles. I drove petrol, and oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's such a sad story, I guess. I would agree. Bro found Kurt Cobain. Probably. Did he kill himself with a shotgun? Hey, Rogu, thank you, and welcome. Yeah, you've managed to catch me live. Actually, I'm live for the first time in 3 weeks, so you're actually lucky. Blide, I like what you said. Like, come on, do something. So I don't drive that car too much. I work from home, so I spend most of my days in this chair. My wife does drive a lot because of her work, and we just got a car mat for our dogs on Saturday. So since it was a brand new car, obviously it's much bigger than the Clio that we used to drive. So whenever she needed to take her dogs, she would still take the Clio, because we're not gonna like let the dogs into a brand new car without a proper car mat for the back seat where the dogs are. And every single time she had to drive the Clio, she was like, I don't want to drive this car anymore. Like, I want to drive just the new one. So I can totally feel you, Blight, like 100%. I'm not that orthodox. You know, it's like, a car is a car. It's supposed to get me from one place to the other. But I'm not gonna lie. The pleasure of driving this new one that we've got is just incredible. Okie dokie, so 47 kills in day one is not a bad score, actually. But I'm losing weight. And I'm not gonna gain weight by eating salad, but it is what it is. Yeah, my wife is a professional dog trainer, so the funny thing is, we used to work, like both of us, we used to work in the same like company, both had corporate jobs, and she just got tired of corporate job. She started to, because we had some like issues with our dog, she started to educate herself. She educated herself more and more and more and more, and eventually made it into a career. Oh geez, oh what have I done? Yeah, I completely misplayed that. Scratched neck. Yuck. Okay, so just a note, I do have saliva only transmission on, so we should be absolutely good. But I really missed on the angle over there. Oh, and I haven't checked the garage over here. By the way, oh, sorry. Didn't expect that. Did they fix the lighting problem? You know, that things were not properly showing with all the different walls and rooftops and stuff? You know, that's actually... That's some serious garage, guys. Look, it has... acetone and bleach. Okay, is this some sort of a drug lab or something? What is this? What's the lore behind this place? Batman because I cannot turn my neck. That's a good one. Yo, this must be something... It's either something like counterfeit money or something. Why would they have so much acetone? There's gotta be some sort of a backstory behind this place, I don't know. Anyways, I've had enough for today. Gotta go to sleep, and while he sleeps, I'm gonna catch up on chats because you guys are really on fire today when it comes to chat. I can barely, like, follow up. Why did I wake up so early? Not enough VATs and respirators for drugs. My idea is, what's the best source of scrap metal? Just been dismantling random metal objects. There's definitely best source of... car wrecks. Simple answer. You should go to some sort of a scrapyard where they have a lot of cars and dismantle car wrecks. I mean, these things give a ton of different, like, you know, metal items. I wasn't planning on waking up so early, actually. Okay, never mind. Where are we, by the way? Okay, so my idea is I'm just gonna follow Howard Drive. And I think I might get lucky over here. I think this is the shopping mall area. Maybe I'll be able to find a car. Don't dismantle the EV car. There were no EVs in 1993. So, yeah. And that's actually a great call out, Raven. If you want to find a lot of car wrecks, intersections, especially the one between, yeah, between Muldrow and West Point, that's just a great place to check. Also, there is the one that's between Muldrow and Rosewood also has a lot of wrecks, but the one that Raven is mentioning is better, I guess. There are at least two separate locations with really a lot of wrecked vehicles. So essentially, you will run out of propane faster than you will run out of, you know, car wrecks to dismantle. Ford EV cart. Yeah. I'm gonna take the Game Boy. Because why not? Maybe I'll find some cool Game Boy games. I probably shouldn't be walking at night, but since we still have electricity, it's probably fine. I mean, you can find propane tanks pretty much everywhere, right? It's just I'm not sure how much you know, how much scrap metal he needs. But there are tons of wrecks, like you guys probably know really a lot. Oh, a pickaxe. Cheesecake. I actually had... Whoa, Jesus Christ. I actually had cheesecake today. Okay, there's another one somewhere. Antidepressants. Antidepressants. Just an alternative version of antidepressants. I'm gonna start stockpiling on some non-perishable food. Not too much. Oh, hold on. I'm stupid. I'm carrying just useless stuff with me. And I do have a duffel bag that I forgot I have. So, the thing with scrap metal, and again, just curious, why would you need scrap metal in the first place? What are you trying to achieve? I'm not much of a metalworking person myself. I think it's a cool skill, but I like barely use it. But dismantling cars is absolutely something that... Oh, for fences, obviously. I see. I don't bother with fences too much. But like for a realistic playthrough, it makes perfect sense. Industrial kitchens are also an option. Not sure what's the relationship between the amount of propane that you need to use to like actually be able to you know, get value for the propane you use. We're losing weight. And this is not gonna do us any good anyway, okay. The weight is not a huge issue at this point. We still got plenty of food everywhere. And the power is still up, so I'm not gonna worry too. Fully armored Humvee. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in that playthrough that I was building the wooden road, that was the only time that I actually grinded car mechanics to like level 7 just to have a fully armored Humvee. And I did manage to get it. And the funny thing is about that playthrough, well, funny, it was funny to me. Okay, it wasn't funny to me in the first place, because when I got bored of that playthrough, I figured I gotta do something to, you know, like, spice up the... Fucking hell. To spice up the game a little bit. Aha! Speaking of which. Oh, what an idiot. And I decided to leave the safety and security. Hey Rascal, thanks for joining the stream. Thank you. I gotta pay attention now because I'm gonna die probably because of this house alarm. But it was nice that you you know, joined the stream. Feel free to hop on like in the future as well. So I decided to leave the safety of my lovely forest cabin that I've built. And decided to see what's the whole fuss about the military base. And I took my Humvee, and at that stage I didn't know yet that cars are not really effective going over bushes, and my car got stuck on the way to the military base. Oh shit, I'm surrounded. Gotta resort to an alternative weapon for now. All good. Okay, that was that made me sweat actually. But I think all in all, guys, I've done a fairly decent job managing this little crisis, huh? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, there is a gun. I'm actually picking up the gun. But there are still Zeds coming. There goes the spear. Well, it's done its job. That's for sure. Never seen Gertrix use one. Because I rarely use them, but on this playthrough, my friend, look at this. We got a shooter and a gun specialist trait. We are absolutely gunning in this playthrough. Okay, this backpack has 17 capacity, 65 reduction, so I think it's better than the duffel bag. No, it's actually the same as the duffel bag. Okay, so I'm leaving the duffel bag then. Okay, you know what? What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab some food. And I'll see if I can get a quick nap. Not tired enough. Okay, that's cool. When you double up on the weight gain for a day, you gain 3 kilos? Really? I've never managed to gain more than like 2.1. But then again, it's not something that I would like fully focus on. In a sense that I would max out like eating stuff, which have a good mix of nutrients. I guess I don't find it all that... oh Jesus, so many of them. Well, we gotta find a different path. There was a shotgun that I forgot to take. The problem with the shotgun is that it weighs a bit. And I would much prefer to have a car where I could store guns and ammo. And not need to carry all of that with me. But now looking at this, there is no way I am actually getting through this way. I gotta figure out a different way. So I see you guys are speaking about guns. So I never really used guns. I always figured that I'm good with my melee weapons. But then someone, I think in my Discord, there was a cool discussion about guns, and someone rightfully mentioned that it's impossible, like physically impossible, to kill like few hundred zombies a single day with melee weapons. But it's absolutely possible to be done with guns. And it's probably like the smartest take about guns, because my personal best with melee weapons was like 150 something on a single day. And that was using spears, you know, like at level 8. Essentially one-shotting every single zombie. And I had like multiple spears in my inventory just for the purpose of grinding through hordes. But with a like proper shotgun and, you know, surplus ammo, you can blast hundreds in a single day. Okay, the way is shut. The way is shut. It was built by those who are dead. Bonus points for those of you who know which movie this quote comes from. Okay, so this is an M9. It's in a fairly decent condition, and this is I'm gonna stick with the M9. This has no ammo. I'm gonna take the shotgun for now. I'm gonna take the shells. I'm not gonna use them though. If you don't know which, yeah, absolutely. This is probably something that is on a very short list of things people should see before they die, right? I actually saw a very like interesting clip of an interview that was done with one of the actors that played in this movie, and he said it was a very like the interview was from like quite a long time ago. Let's just put it this way, and he was saying that he's currently shooting something, which is going to be one of the greatest cinematic experiences ever created. And that person was Sir Christopher Lee, who is one of the GOATs. The guy, if you don't know, the guy had such an incredible life that it's even like hard to imagine. Like bro went through like several different ways of living your life in one lifetime. So, any ideas? I know Blight knows. Yes, you've seen a monster there. Not the right type of monster, because that was a black monster. And we all know that the only proper monster drink is the white monster drink. But yes, you've seen that, correct. I do have a mod which adds energy drinks. Very useful, by the way. Lightweight and useful. It adds monster drinks, it adds Red Bulls. It adds cans and bottles, like so different volumes. It's really good. No, I'm not taking it with me. So I can see there's like almost 20 of you watching. Wow. Cool. Thank you. It's nice. Okay, I haven't checked it's not my car. I haven't checked this car yet. Remember when last time I tried to get into it, triggered the alarm? Lighter goes here. Wipes don't go here, okay. But then again, there's nothing here anyways. Alright. I'm gonna go back to my original idea though, and since we did trigger that house alarm, I'm kind of hoping that all the zombies that were lured by that previous car alarm that got triggered will now be up north, and I will be able to walk this road. Not sure really. I mean, I don't know what's the calorie count on sodas. I never really like used sodas because until 42.12 you had this like super annoying process of first having to open the can in order to be able to drink it. Now that they fixed it, maybe I should use sodas, but realistically speaking, oh, there's plenty of them still there. Realistically speaking, they should help you maintain weight, right? Because these are high sugar, high calorie drinks. But I'm not sure if it's properly reflected in the game. Now we're talking. Okay, it's not the best weapon that you can find, but at least it's super durable and it's gonna last long. There's actually a door open right over here. You don't need to bang on the window. What an idiot. What was that? Oh, this made me laugh. I saw the post on Reddit you're referring to, Blythe. I absolutely saw the post. I think the guy like posted a screenshot of a fentanyl bag and said, "What game am I playing?" Or at least I think that's the post you're referring to. I wasn't paying too much attention to Reddit recently. Like I said, I tried to kind of get cereal. I tried to get some space away. But occasionally I would find some of these things, and yeah, it's pretty funny. Then again, I don't think fentanyl was a thing in 1993. I think people were just using cocaine. Now, Sega Game Gear. That's a cool one. Car Zone! Yeah, we are absolutely watching it. You know what that means, guys, right? With Car Zone. That means all I need to do is grind electrical to level 1. And we are able to hotwire cars. And that's actually awesome. Yeah, I think Bird, you like hit the nail on the head with the sodas. Good call out. Soda also quenches hunger. I didn't know that, but then again, I very rarely drink them at all. Rogu, there is a thing that I saw one person do, which I'm not sure if it's actually working anymore, but people were mixing water with strong alcohols, because alcohols would, I mean, they have calories, right? And if they were mixing them with regular water, by drinking the water from your plastic bottle mixed with alcohol, we were actually intaking calories, and apparently it was helping them to maintain their weight. But I haven't tested it myself. Am I hyped for tomorrow's match? Not really, if I'm to be honest, because it's gonna be Harambol. It's gonna be a match for the connoisseurs. I wouldn't be expecting too much of action. But I actually I was watching United against Liverpool, but only the second half of the game, and man, Harry Maguire is a goat. But I'll tell you what I'm hyped up for in terms of sports, guys. What's happening in Formula 1 right now is just incredible. Those of you who are on my Discord know that I am a Formula 1 guy, and I am a Max Verstappen guy. And I kind of lost faith this season. Somewhere around June, I figured, okay, it's over. It's gonna be one of the two McLarens winning, and there's not much more happening. But I'm a believer now. I am an absolute believer. We are going to witness the greatest comeback in the history of Formula 1. And Max is just gonna win the championship, and he's gonna be the GOAT. I think that was some excessive audio. Oh, wow. Shit, I missed. Okay, let's... Now this... The one thing you don't want to do in these situations is run, because by running, you have a higher chance of, you know, just bumping into something or falling down. So, as hard as it gets, the one thing you want to do is just remain calm. Okay, we're gonna have to sweat a little bit, but I think we're good, guys. Oh, it's a tall fence. Okay, so they're not gonna jump over it. I thought it was just a regular one. Oh, and ooh, oh shit. Okay, it's gonna be a bit harder than I thought. But this is absolutely what I wanted to get. Okay, how should we play it out? Yikes. Well, the best solution would be to just, you know, craft 15 spears and poke them through the fence. Because you probably know, if you've seen my videos, you would probably know that spears allow you to attack the enemies through fences, and this way you are safe from harm, but you are still very deadly. Then again, to do so, I would need to have an axe. And that's not something that I actually have. And also, this banging is just gonna make my character go really, really nuts. So... okay, let's look around the neighborhood a little bit. Knives do too, that's correct, but they don't deal as much damage. So it takes much more swings, jabs actually, in order to like be able to kill a zombie. So I find spears to be significantly more effective in this particular process. Granted, they last much shorter. Why is the stream so sluggish? Because I am rusty, Blight. I haven't streamed and, you know, I'm just not working full speed yet. Besides, my wife promised me a tea, and I still haven't gotten it. Oh, now I'm gonna be incredibly embarrassed because she just brought me tea. Thank you, honey. That was, yeah, great timing. That was epic timing. Okay, I lost the nightmares. Okay, got them again. It's because of all the zombies which are around. The character is panicking, and yeah, we gotta clear out the area a little bit so that he feels it's a bit more manageable. Jesus, there is a lot of them, right? Okay, I'm not paying attention to chat for now. I gotta fully focus on this. Our relationship would say straight up divorce. Yeah, probably. No, she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. She was working before, so it's cool. Yes, I do realize realistic car physics is not properly installed. Not sure why this tooltip is telling me that when I am pushing a zombie to the floor, but that's okay. Rogu, I am the luckiest guy in the world, and that's not even a conversation. You wouldn't even imagine. But to be very honest, and I'm gonna be very modest here, she's pretty lucky herself. Because I think, you know, I think we both treat each other with a lot of respect, and we always try to focus on these little things. And it, you know, it makes it work. If you like pay attention to the person, if you try to understand the person, you know, be there when they need you, but also give them space when they don't need you, because, you know, it happens that, yeah, we need some space. It really, you know, it really makes these things work. We've been together for almost 10 years, and it's awesome. Miniok! My buddy! Miniok can absolutely confirm what I just said, by the way, because we, like, know each other in real life. Guys, there is 25 of you, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, that's probably the all-time high for my streams. So thank you for joining. What can I say? I haven't done it in a while, but I hope you're entertained. Oh, we got visitors. So I forgot to turn off the 22 view bots. Damn. Just make sure they're on different machines and IPs so YouTube counts that as actual viewers. Okay, guys, I gotta figure out a way on how to clear that mall, because something tells me, and let's think about this for a moment. Something tells me in that shopping mall, I'm gonna find supplies, I'm gonna find a working vehicle. I think there's a pawn shop somewhere over there as well, and that pawn shop has a small chance of having a katana. So that place is actually really, really valuable to go to. But I'm not gonna be taking on a horde with a crowbar. It just makes no sense. I should either find some proper weapons, or try to do that trick with spears. But this place is busted because of that house alarm. There's just tons of zombies here. Craft a spear. I mean, that's the plan. The problem is, the easiest way to craft a spear, my friend, is to chop down trees to get sticks. I mean, I could try and forage for them, but I don't think I'm gonna be super lucky. If I could find a flint stone, not a flintstone, but a flintstone, I could craft my own axe. Honeycomb! Oh, that's great. I'm taking a honeycomb, actually. Or I could try and just maybe find some garages. Maybe I'll find some tools there. So, Miniok, the problem is I don't have the necessary means of chopping down a tree. I don't have a herring. I'm sure you'll get the joke. I know you did. I knew you would get the joke. Chop down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring. Out loud, nice. Yeah, if you guys don't get the reference, it's from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Which is peak British humor, by the way. And it's a movie I like to revisit from time to time. Because it's just... I mean, granted, you have to really appreciate this type of... Why can't I, like, disassemble it? What's wrong? Oh, okay. Jesus. I was looking at the wrong thing. Hold on. I'm really sloppy. You have to appreciate British humor because it's not for everyone. I'm not dead yet. But yeah, I love it. Oh, something's really weird. In order to dismantle the digital watch, I have to first grab it. I am unable to trigger dismantling when it's in the inventory of the corpse. Okay. Okay, there are some basements over there. Maybe that's something that I should try and see if it would work. Been loving sheet metal reinforced baseball bats and metal baseball. Yes, that thing is just so great. Like the can reinforced baseball bat, the one with bolts, excellent weapons. Totally agree. Oh, and this is like a pretty decent leather jacket. So that's the thing. There are weapons. I mean, there are weapons in the game that if you invest enough time, you are like absolutely... Is that a... Oh my god, guys, look at this. Okay, I said I need something to chop down trees, and I actually found a zombie with an axe, like, lodged up its back. How lucky is that? That's insanely lucky. I'll take this, ma'am. Thank you very much. A hatchet. Nice! What a find! And I won $1 million. Well, I know that if you would win $1 million, you would share with me, so I hope you have. Okay, so cut down tree. Of course, no sapling. I should go for smaller trees. There's one. There's two. There's three. Okay, so 3 is already a good start. Chopping obviously creates noise, so we did draw some attention. The error counter is up to 1100 errors, guys. Situation normal. I could actually use a fire to fire harden the spears, right? that would make them last longer. Yeah, and exhausted totally. That's why I'm not doing any more chopping. And looking for stones would probably not be a good idea as well right now. Then again, I don't see any over here. Wow, that's crazy. Nothing. Well, okay. We're just gonna use... Yeah, typical Zomboid. I'm just gonna use, like, the regular ones. Should do the trick anyway. No, foraging for stones, I don't have the patience to do that. I mean, that is an option, absolutely. You could do that. But I'm just too impatient. So I would prefer just finding stones on the ground. Because it's not like some sort of a rare thing, right? Carve spear. I see that neat crafting UI is also already working, which is nice. Okay, there we go. Now I am heavily overloaded, so gotta get rid of some stuff. And I think I'm gonna go fight... Yeah, I'm gonna go fight with a bit less equipment on me, but first I gotta have a nap. I think 4:30 would be good. Just to get some rest before we go into combat. I'll try to clear it methodically. Elephant! No, that's just like a blender. My wife is blending something. But it that noise was really weird. You guys probably seen my reaction as well. That was weird. Okay, so I'm ditching the bag. I'm just grabbing weapons. I'm going as light as possible. Okay, still pretty heavy actually. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna... The spears are gonna wear out so fast that the weight is not gonna be like a huge issue. Or at least it shouldn't. You took your training too far with the elephant. Or with the dogs. Oh, perfect. My alarm clock is up. Just... Jesus. So annoying. Get on the ground. Okay. How far away are we from the fence? Not far away. It's gonna take some time, guys. That's for sure. I don't... It's definitely something that I will be will be able to clear in one day. Because that Gigamart area is crawling. But my guess is it's absolutely worth the effort. And I really don't want to waste any durability on zombies that I am able to just stomp to death. Okay, granted, I will probably have to do so given that this area is... Oh shit, the fence is like... It's not like a full fence. Well, that didn't last long. I have to be really like mindful of what's happening behind me, because it's super easy to like get carried away. Okay, I'm not sure why I am not landing these hits. Okay, maybe I was just too close. Oh, Jesus, another one broken. Okay, this is not working as I was hoping it would work. But at least, you know, I'm gonna clear out a little bit. Get on the ground, Jesus. Why it's taking so many shoves? Yo, I'm so happy they fixed the shove bug. There it is. There goes the spear. Okay, so that wasn't like... This wasn't really effective. Yo, guys, I have no clue how to manage this. It is a very long drive, but then again, it's not like I have to do it in one day, right? I think the one playthrough that I had most fun playing with you guys on stream was the one that, you know, we've lived for almost 2 months. So I am 100% focused on making this like a really long playthrough, multiple streams, hopefully multiple weeks. Okay, yeah, no, that's being optimistic. I don't want to have anything to do with these guys now. Okay, I've had enough. The spear thing, not working. Oh, this guy has a helmet. I will absolutely take it. Can't they break those fences? They should. I think fences are currently a breakable object. Yo, if they would break that fence when I was there, I would be so screwed. It's incredible. Yeah, fire hardening would make it easier, that's for sure. But, you know, no stones. Anywhere. There are no stones over here as well, see? Not a single one. Nothing. So, it is what it is. I'm not really worried about the moodles. I'm not infected. So, yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Oh, what I could do, technically, guys, what I could do is just I could grab a shotgun and blast the hell out of them. But I don't have enough shells to take care of all of that entire group. And that would probably draw a lot of attention. So yeah. Do it with a shotgun. Why are we at a breaking point? It's not that bad, come on. Man up. Let's eat some honey. We are moist. And that's because it's pretty moist out there, that's for sure. Okay. I want to see just further out. Oh, a bunny. A bunny over there. This large house. Maybe it's gonna have some interesting things inside. The larger the house, the more loot. And it's just a few zombies, so it shouldn't be a big problem to get there. The game really wants me to have a lighter, so... Who am I to object? Pre-realistic car physics is not pro. Thank you for the notice. I will remove it from the mod set before I play again. Okay, this is fairly manageable. Oh, see, there was this message. I wasn't able to read it. Can somebody tell me what it said? Oh, oh, a Ford. And a big one. That's cool. At your service. Thank you. Oh, I wasn't expecting people inside. Yo, my force ground attack didn't work. For some reason. Yo, are the keybinds not okay? No, they're good, okay. I must have pressed a wrong button or something. Is it me or do the zombies act weird? They're like... They don't feel aggressive. Why are you so happy with the fort? Great question. But, you know, when it comes to forts, maybe it's actually good that we don't have realistic car physics. Ooh. Close call. Okay, I am really getting exhausted. I'm pushing limits right now. I'm probably doing things I shouldn't do anymore. Because it's really easy to overdo it. Wow, this one was... How much hit points did it have? Over 400 or something. They're sassy. Yeah, they act weird. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me sit down and just... Now I do have the car mechanics already leveled up to level 2. Right? No, to level 1, but still that's enough to... No, that's not enough to hotwire. Oh no. I also need to know your favorite spots for books. My favorite spots for books. Bookstores? So it really depends when you spawn, where you spawn, right? Because if you spawn, say, in Brandenburg, you're not gonna go all the way to, say, Rosewood. To Rosewood bookstore for books, but if you're looking for like huge bookstores, the one in Echo Creek is amazing. No, hold on, not Echo Creek. Akron. It's not Echo Creek, it's Akron. Oh, tweezers I will actually happily use. In the Akron Community College, it has a huge bookstore. Like, really huge. You can always, you can always go to LSU if you're up for it. I wouldn't personally recommend that. Don't do it when I am drinking tea. Jesus. I got a jump scare. But basically, look, I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. Bookstores and schools are usually the best places to go to. We have painkillers, and that's actually super nice. Because... Oh, and first aid book. Which is actually something I'm gonna read. Because in my particular playthrough, it actually makes sense to level up first aid. Simply because... Oh, a mining helmet. I really like these. Because you can attach a light to it and then it acts as a flashlight, which is nice. The reason that I like to... what was I saying? Shit, I got completely, like, sidetracked. I don't know what I wanted to say. Like, disregarded. Oh, I was speaking about first aid. Jesus. Yeah, that's what happens when you play, like, a game that is intense. Because I am using antibodies. Right? And it's worth leveling up first aid to level 2, because then you are able to tell if you're infected or not. Is it that? No, that was Ash Ketchup. That was his half-brother. So with this, now that I think of it, so I only have like saliva transmission on. So I would absolutely know if I'm infected or not, because the only way to get infected is obviously through a bite. So no scratch nor laceration would end up with a Nox virus infection. But even though that's the case, it's always cool to observe how the body's immune system is working, because then you're able to balance out how you're playing. He was trying to catch a Pikachu. Yeah, probably that's what he was doing. Okay, I actually have 2 long sticks, and I could make spears. But I'm not gonna use a screwdriver. Oh, I can't use a paring knife. Really? Huh? Well, that's stupid. I thought you can use, like, regular knives. Okay, a butter knife I can understand. A spear with a butter knife is probably not the most powerful weapon out there. But a paring knife should work. At least by my standards. Okay, so we have to find some sort of a... Hey, Jim! Welcome! And thank you. Yes, I am indeed back. So, I would ask this question, but maybe I shouldn't. What did you think of the game yesterday? I'm gonna spend the rest of the day just reading books. I've killed enough today. So if I recall well, and I think I do, I think Jim is a Liverpool fan. And I myself, I am an Arsenal fan. Or are you, Jim, not a Liverpool fan and I mix things up? Because it's also possible. Okay, time to go to sleep. And tomorrow we just pick up where we left off. I really want to get into that Gigamart. I am always a Liverpool fan. I can respect that. I mean, if you stick by your guns, especially when the team is not playing well, that's like what really shows a true fan. Okay, let's go. I'm not sure why he is really like sleeping super short. Do I have some sort of a trait that... Oh, wakeful. That explains it. Yeah, I'm a gunner. You know, I follow the team which are like master bottlers. No game sound. Hold on. Do you really have no game sound? Let me know, because you should. Sound is on, but really quiet. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fix it by doing one very small thing. Okay, now I know why the game is super quiet, guys. I had my headphones on, like, really loud. And earlier during the stream, I was just, like, reducing the sound of the game because the game was too loud for me. But that's because I messed up. See, I have this little wheel over here that I can turn either way to either increase or reduce the volume. And I was sure I was like reducing the volume on my headphones, but I was actually increasing it. And that's why I made the game like quieter for you guys. So it should be good now. Let me know if it's better. Am I using Corsair headphones? Yes, I do. I got like... I'm not sure you know that, but... Know what? Yeah, they're decent. They're probably like gaming wise, they're probably my favorite I've ever had. Realistic car physics. You guys are gonna keep on posting that in the chat, right? Throughout this entire stream. Corsair makes really decent gear. I also have the keyboard from them. I used to actually own Corsair stock. But like I got it during the pandemic, and then it's just this is a new meme probably. I got it during the pandemic when everything was like super high, and then I sold it with a loss. No, I haven't. No, I've been playing the stock market for 5 years, and I've been always laughing that a lot of people, what they do is they just gamble. And I like I like, you know, buy and sell stocks, and it's like gambling for me, but with the caveat that when you lose on a gamble, like if you lose a bet, you usually lose everything, but when you lose on a stock, you lose like half or 30%. So it's a safer way to gamble. I've been doing that for 5 years, and like my all-time is I'm still like net negative. Maybe someday I'll recover. But I guess what they say online, especially all those gurus that sell these awesome videos on YouTube, that here are three simple steps to make a fortune on the stock market. These people have no clue what they're doing. Don't listen to them. And if they want to sell a course, run. Could be Ubisoft stock, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Holy shit. Okay, slow and steady wins the game. Wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna grind through this entire... Oh, look at... She has a fire axe. Oh, I'm about to have an unlimited amount of spears. What is this? A missing tooltip. I haven't seen that ever in my life. Oh, and by the way, did you know that realistic car physics is not properly installed? Would you like to talk about Jesus Christ? Okay, these are really decent boots, by the way. Oh, and an M9. Oh, and another pistol. You know what? Maybe I should try and shoot a little bit. Just to thin out the group. By the way, in case you're wondering, the zombie population is set to high, so it's probably one of the reasons there are so many. There it is, okay. Drop it, because we don't want two of them. We can, like, we're fine with just one. Okay. Inventory micromanagement. So much fun. Hold on, I gotta catch up on you guys, so I don't want to leave you hanging. Don't forget the error pops up. Hey, Metal Prime! Wow, we haven't spoken to each other in like ages. Authentic Z is still problematic. Yeah. A friend of mine got into Bitcoin really early. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Bitcoin. I mean, a lot of people are now like, why didn't I buy Bitcoin back in 2013? Yeah, because it was worthless. And, well, even if you would buy it, you would very likely just sell it the moment you made 50% on it. And the funny thing about Bitcoin, I don't want to go too much into crypto discussions because not a huge fan of this space altogether, but the funny thing about crypto is that the general idea behind it was that it was supposed to be a decentralized method that's, you know, outside of the system, for renegades, you know, stay off the grid, avoid the banking system, you know, like money of the people. And now most of the Bitcoin volume is now fully regulated in the hands of like institutions. So it's funny how the tables turn over time. Okay, I've cleared a little bit actually. We are nowhere near like being able to easily get into to the Gigamart, but at least it's a bit more manageable. How the turntables, indeed. Did I said that? Or did I said it like the proper way? Oh, okay. Phew. Close one. Oh, that was a decent shove. Face planted to the ground. Okay, I am incredibly ineffective now. Way too tired to fight. Okay, there is like 1, 2, 3. Okay, should be manageable still. Is there a back door? I was actually, now that I was passing by the Gigamart, I actually thought that maybe going through the back door, there should be back door somewhere, and I do have a screwdriver and a paperclip, which would allow me to pick the lock. Then again, it's not only the Gigamart that I am interested in. I am also interested in the cars which are like parked in front of it. Because I'm not gonna be able to like walk to the military base in Rosewood. I need a car, I need a car with a decent trunk so I can carry enough weapons and supplies to be able to camp somewhere along the road. In the woods. Oh, she just needed a smack on the head. That did the trick. Yeah, but we are exhausted. I gotta take a break. I'm not really happy with the type of food that I have, but it's better than nothing. Oh, and I don't have a can opener. Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, I'm gonna find one in the Gigamart. That's guaranteed. Well, guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. Is there new fancy stuff at the military base? I don't know because I've never been there, believe it or not. But does like common sense work? Yeah, that was my like impression, Prime, when I played multiplayer with my son. A couple of weeks back, we made. I was showing you guys screenshots on Discord. So we took this like playthrough. We started in Riverside with the idea of getting into Louisville, and we obviously played Build 41. It just felt so awkward. Especially what was most challenging for me was the combat mechanics, because like combat in Build 42 is different. It feels different. It plays different, and it took me a while to really get used to. I mean, stomping isn't as effective. He took the firefighter, so he was just like deadly with a fire axe, and I was just lagging behind with whatever weapon I had. So when it comes to common sense, guys, I checked it earlier, and it, at least for me, it shows errors. So if it's working, it's probably not working for me. Or that's my assumption. But yeah, I mean, 42 is so, like, superior to build 41. It's incredible. Only if you really, like, spend enough time in build 42, and then you go back to build 41, you really start to appreciate how different the game is. And realistically, at least for me, much better. Even though, of course, it's still unstable and it has its issues. But in terms of gameplay, there's like no comparison. Well, one could argue, Prime, that like the same thing applies to build 42, but with spears, right? You're like Leonidas. Did I actually? Yeah, actually, I changed my shoes, but I didn't throw away the old ones. Carrying unnecessary weight with me. Hector, what you've mentioned, there was like a pretty huge announcement recently made by IndieStone about the upgrades they've made to their development team, which for a small studio, actually, those are pretty impressive. Now, I'm not gonna pretend that I know the people that they hired, because I don't. Like, I don't know, like, people in the gaming industry. But the lead designer right now is a guy that worked on Halo. So if you're a small, like, indie studio, and you're able to get a guy that used to work for, like, a AAA type of a game, that means one of two things. You're either something that they find, you know, like, as an interesting project with an opportunity for growth and, you know, like, making something really special. Or, alternatively, there is a huge crisis in the gaming industry and people will just grab a job as soon as they see it. It's one of the two things. Then again, I read that the lead game designer they hired, the guy that worked on Halo, is actually like a huge Zomboid person, like 5,000 hours total. So maybe it's just a passion project. I would bet it's the crisis. And as far as I know, again, I have never seen it, just from what I saw on Reddit. But I think in terms of, like, cash flow and stuff, IndieStone is doing pretty well. They have a, like, fairly small team. They're cash flow positive, that they make revenues. So, like, in terms of a company that you can work for, it's much better to work for a company that's cash flow positive, even if, you know, it's not making huge revenues, than get stuck in a large studio that carries a ton of debt and is under, like, huge pressure. Pizza slice, fresh, yummy. And I also think it's, like, really rushing to multiplayer. Like, not confirmed by anything, but it's just common sense. Common sense would suggest we should get multiplayer before the end of the year. If I was the development studio, I would do absolutely everything in my power to get the game out for Christmas, because that thing is going to balloon the sales, and I can really imagine that if multiplayer drops, can you imagine the hype? Can you imagine how much hype that would generate? So if I was, like, I'm currently working in like e-commerce, which is a brand new industry for me. I've never had anything like to do with e-commerce, but now I am working in e-commerce, and I was surprised at how much like attention brands put to some like special dates, like Black Week and stuff. It's incredible how much planning, pre-planning, preparation, budgeting is done for like Black Week or for Christmas. So, you know, that's the perfect timing to release. And people will have time to play, so it's also something that creates, you know, positive momentum. You get your Steam numbers up because you get higher numbers of concurrent players. You know, everything lines up. So if I was in the Stone, I would absolutely do everything in my power to get the game somewhere between Black Week and Christmas. It, like, 100% is the way to go. But then again, what we don't know, guys, is the state of the game, right? So we don't know what's behind the game itself. We don't know the state of the code. Why are they still not like announcing anything related to multiplayer? We don't know like the bugs and what kind of issues they are still facing. So logic would dictate that they should try and do everything in their power to get it out, but whether they will actually be able to do so is an unknown. Okay, there is no key for this Ford. I gotta check the engine first, because this is definitely a car that I would be like absolutely comfortable going with, but not in this condition. Okay, so we gotta find something else. That's fine. Yeah, there was a Jeep in the parking lot. I also had my eyes on it. It's one of K9's cars. So that's also one thing that I was eyeing, but I wanted to check the Ford first because this one has a better trunk capacity, and I just enjoy this particular model. It drives nicely. Imagine if the LA Austin-based streamers, yeah, 100%. I don't really like follow many streamers. There are two streamers. I don't watch streams myself. I rather like to watch clips or like highlights. There are two guys who I really I stay up to date with anything they release and try to like follow them. One of them is Atrioc. His YouTube handle is Big A. He's not much of a gamer these days. He's more into like commentary. He has his own podcast with his friends, which is called The Lemonade Stand. The guy is pretty based, has very good takes on economy, and I think he really understands how the world works. I very rarely find him making like inaccurate takes, especially on like politics and stuff. He seems to have his head in the right place. And the other one is my favorite streamer, and that is Charlie. also known as Moist Critical. And that guy, for me, that guy is an absolute role model. I mean, really head in the right place. He's awesome. He recently shared his earnings on YouTube. He turned off all like monetization options, like no more donations, no more memberships. He said, "I have enough money. Don't send me any more money." And the guy made like $40 million through his streaming and YouTube career. But it's one of those people that really deserves it. You know, his content is just him, mostly just talking about stuff or playing video games. He's not a high effort person like Mr. Beast. But then again, Charlie is the type of a guy that I would absolutely be friends with. He seems to be like really, really awesome. And if like Charlie would like pick up Project Zomboid, which I think he might actually enjoy, that would be incredible. In fact, if I was in this tone, I would try and approach some like streamers, like big ones, to see if they can get some traction for the game, because that could be something that would really open up the game to even a larger audience. The game that I was recently following, and I even posted a little bit on my channel, this Systemic War. They tried to do that with some like niche streamers who sit in like grand strategy and RTS games, and it really paid off for them because they had like 50,000 downloads of the demo. But the game is in the state at which the demo was released. It was not a good game. Like a lot of work needs to be put into this product until it's like market ready. Have I seen the video? No, but like if you let me know what to look for, I will check it out after the stream. Oh, nice. That's gonna be helpful. In our mission to clear out the parking lot. It absolutely looks interesting, but it has a ton of issues at this point. It's so I played it, right? I played it in the pre-release demo because I've been following this project for like 2 years. I played the pre-release demo, which was just one battle, and the RTS layer still has some bugs. Like AI is not like managing the battlefield well. I mean, these are things that are easy to iron out, but what I was looking for the most was the grand strategy layer. So the not the RTS map, but the global map. And the demo didn't really show all the cool features that I am hoping to have in this game, which is you know, modern economy, how different relationships in the economy between countries impact politics, how you can manipulate politics by, say, putting in sanctions and stuff. None of it was available in the grand strategy. So again, that's a very, very early product, and it requires tons of work. Has potential, not gonna lie, but it's definitely not even close. And that was most of the reviews that I've seen. They were saying exactly that it's a really raw product. Reminds me of Warden Conflict, yeah. So the whole concept behind the game, the person behind the idea, actually, like if you're not Polish, you probably don't know the person, but the guy that was behind the idea is like he's a doctor. He's a lawyer and a doctor, but not a doctor in a sense that he's not a like medical physician, but he's like a doctor in law. But the guy is basically deep into geopolitics, and he's very famous in Poland. Gets tons of clicks whenever he does interviews. Those interviews, you know, like go viral. And he's very polarizing because there are people who hate him and there are people who love him. So he's a very polarizing figure. And he wanted to create a game, or he was actually approached by a studio that said that they want to create a game which would reflect like the modern day world and reflect some of the things which he writes about in his books and you know, speaks in his like lectures that he gives, and he, you know, got into the project and he is facing like the face of the project, but for now it's still a long way to go. But I really hope they make it, because A, we could use a game like that, and B, it would be great if a modern grand strategy would be made in Poland. I wouldn't mind that at all. Realistic car. Thank you for noticing that, Rogo. Appreciate it. I wasn't sure if it's not properly installed. Yeah, Paradox. I was wondering why Paradox is not even trying to explore this, right? Because we don't have a game which would be set in the current situation. One thought that I have potentially is maybe they want to avoid giving the players the ability to play with like existing characters. Yeah, they did fix the shove bug with the update that was, with the hotfix that was applied today. So maybe it's something like ethical that they don't want to, you know, give you the ability to play with like Obama or something, or Trump. And that's why they focus on historical figures, because these are less controversial. I don't know. Then again, Paradox is known for, in Hearts of Iron, there is nothing related to the G word. It starts with G and ends with genocide. You're not able to do anything, which happened factually during World War II, because they say we don't want this as part of our game. Understandable. But then again, you can play Stellaris and you can wipe out entire civilizations and nobody like cares. Go wild. Neutron bomb the entire civilization. It's all good. Or take all the living members of a given civilization and turn them into energy. And that's okay. But you're not able to have an event in in what is factually a very important part of World War II. They have slavery in... Exactly, so... That's the thing that it bothers me a little bit when it comes to Paradox games. But, like, don't get me wrong, I am a huge Paradox guy. Still, the largest amount of hours I've played ever on Steam, if you would look into my Steam library, that would be Hearts of Iron 4. Okay, I am exhausted. I should not be doing it right now. I gotta get out. Guys, you should, like, tell me. No, Civilization is a different studio. Civilization is it still released by Firaxis? It used to be done by Firaxis. Not sure who's behind it right now. I always play with health bars. It's cheating to some extent. Oh, it's by... See, it's 2K now. Exactly. It's 2K. It used to be Firaxis. The original Civilization games were Firaxis. And probably there was some sort of a merger or something. Hoi 4 is great. It's great. Yeah. It's it's autistic people looking at maps for 7 hours daily. Yeah. Such a great game. 2K are the ones who fucked it up. So I actually enjoy Civilization 6. I think it's a good product. It's not all that bad. I can respect that. The health bars... if I was to choose between two commonly accepted cheating mechanics... because if you listen to the community, they would tell you that using health bars is cheating, and they would tell you that using multi-hit is cheating. If I was to pick between the two, get rid of multi-hit, but leave health bars. Because the way that I see it, how I interpret the health bar, if we want to like go deep into being immersive, if you beat the crap out of a zombie with a crowbar, you are able to physically observe... I'm not a hater, I just don't use it anymore. I used to use it a lot, but then I switched and I found the game more entertaining when I don't have multi-hit. But like, it's a sandbox game, you play the way you want. Like, nobody should care. But back to what I was saying. So when you're beating the crap with a crowbar out of a zombie, you are able to physically see the condition at which that particular thing in front of you is. So if you smack it in the head and you remove half of the jawline or open up the skull, and Jesus, that's very graphic, sorry for that, but if you do these things, you are able to see and assess if what you're swinging at is gonna stand up for long, or are you about to knock it like into, you know, third floor. So the health bars, the way that I try to explain it to myself is I should be able to tell if I am close to killing a zombie or not. So health bars, I would say, they're semi-acceptable. You want to know something funny? I just made this thing up. So it's not like I gave it a lot of thought before, but you guys like forced me to think, and I think it's a good explanation, isn't it? It would stand in court. If I was to be put in front of a lawyer, I would probably be able to defend this point. Okay, I'm gonna get some rest. Nice. I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna go do some more area cleaning. And I'm actually out of food, guys. I have no more food back in this house. I gotta find something to eat. Ooh, that was a great hit. Knocked it out of the park. Okay, I feel I am starting to get into the flow again. The fact that I had 3 weeks off not playing Zomboid at all. Yeah, it took me some time to get used to, but now I think I'm back into groove. I don't see a valid argument. I want that Jeep. Also, I'm wrapping up kills like crazy. We've been alive for 2 days and I am at 233 kills. Which is not bad. That's very smart, Hector. And that's not something people would normally do. Then again, the problem that I have with vitamins is that I think vitamins in general should have more beneficial effects than just what they serve as. Oh look, guys, it's almost clear. I think they should give temporary boosts to stuff. Like, say, some minor strength increase. I don't know. to have vitamins just remove fatigue is really shallow. Whoa, that's not nice. There is a mod actually, which is called Hepa's Vitamins. It's on my list of things I want to review, but I haven't used it yet. And the concept behind the mod is that it makes... it gives you some more ability to... it gives you ability to change the effects that vitamin have. But I gotta dig into it more to really make a proper review, because I'm not ready to talk about it. Not enough experience. Get a Viagra. Get a Viagra, and then the shoving adds extra damage. Jeez, I shouldn't be saying that on stream. Whoa, okay. It's not clear after all. Yeah, famous last words, exactly. In memoriam. I haven't gotten to the other side of the bridge, actually. So the... shit. Okay, that's not good. See, I've pushed it too hard. There is way too many of them. What I could potentially do, but it would require me to jump over the fence. But I'm not gonna be trying. Too much risk. I haven't gotten to the north side of the bridge, so I've actually set up perfectly to get to the north side of the bridge. And then we've got an update, the save bricked, and I couldn't continue. Yeah, no more food. Alright, so... book time. This is Brandenburg. We are actually... so if... we are here, right? So if you think how Brandenburg looks, there are two main roads. There's actually like a huge intersection over here with the highway which leads from Akron. And there is a second road over here. And the Brandenburg Bridge, the Brandenburg Bridge is over here. The main city is over here, and we are at the southwestern edge of it, very close to the shopping mall area. Each one of them is awesome. Not sure if you tried starting in Irvington, but Irvington is just fantastic. It's probably my favorite town right now. I used to be a huge Riverside guy. But then, like, my heart is in Irvington. And I spent my entire life in Build 41 in Muldrow. Oh, I got a kitchen knife. I didn't know I have a kitchen knife. That means I can make at least one decent spear. Which is definitely gonna help. And I don't need to carry that fire axe, actually. I'm not sure why I'm even carrying it. Just unnecessary weight. And I haven't been watching Life and Living too. But that's okay. I'm not really intending on using any of the skills that I could learn from Life and Living, so that's fine. I absolutely agree with you, Blythe. Probably one of the best locations to base in all of Project Zomboid, and you guys feel free to disagree with me. I'm happy to get into this argument. But the farmhouse, just west of Riverside, excellent place. Large, 2-story. Okay, I'm freaking out now. What's going on? What happened, guys? Okay, that was really weird. That was not a helicopter, that was footsteps. Yeah, it's too early for the helicopter. That was footsteps, guys, but... Okay, that was really weird. I'm not sure what happened and why it happened. Okay, we're still alive. I got sweaty hands now, but we're still alive. That's most important. Creepypasta. Yeah, because the game was on, like, the game was, I was sleeping, right? So the game was sped up, and that's why these footsteps were so fast. I've never experienced this before. Okay, weird. Anyways. See, that's the thing. I have 1,000 hours. I have some, like, 1,000 hours, and I've never experienced this. There was a noise of glass breaking, so something came through the window. They broke the window, so they didn't go through the window. They broke the window and they got inside. But anyway, we're alive. That's important. Well, well, well. We've made it. Oh, gee, okay, that was bad. We are bleeding. Could be worse. We're good. I pressed my luck too much here. Wasn't careful enough. Yeah, the injuries are really causing... Oh, wow. This thing broke almost instantly. Alright, we're good. All good. Close call, but manageable. Yeah, all these modals are now impacting my combat performance, so I gotta get these under better control. How many are there? 5. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say pass for now. Wonder if I'll manage to jump over the fence. Would be great. Alright, nice. And I think there is some food in this house if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm sure inside is crawling, so we gotta do like play it smart. Yes, they have food. Whoa, they have plenty of food. Alright, you know what? I'm grabbing all of it. And I'm going back to the house, which is the temporary base. Because it's just a little bit further away from the action. Also, I have my meds there. Ketchup! We actually got some decent stuff to make burgers. Processed cheese. Bacon, yeah. I don't need it, atmosphere, actually, because I have a duffel bag, actually, over here, which I am intentionally not using because I don't want to carry unnecessary weight. If that makes sense. I'm trying to, you know, travel as light as possible. By the way, I gotta remove the bandage because I'm definitely good over here. So, you know, the less weight you carry, the more effective you are. Okay, that was a close call. I got too much muscle strain to even think about fighting. Gotta give it a moment to recover, so let's cook. Why am I so stressed? I don't want to use my antidepressant, which I carry here. It's too early for that. Okay, let's make burgers. They're gonna make us feel better. Okay. Not this menu, this menu. Okay, do I need... No, I don't need to cook it to add it to the... Or do I need to cook it first? Okay, apparently I need to cook those first. It's not gonna take long. Especially the bacon. Oh, because there is this... See, there is this red outline. It won't allow me to add it because it's simply dangerous. No infection. I have saliva-only transmission. So I'm not worried about that at all. This was just a laceration. We're good. The way that I set this game up is I set high population, but in order to balance it out, I like just set transmission to saliva only. I do have the military base in mind, because I think that place is going to be really difficult. Nah, that's a perfectly good burger, guys. Oh, like the regular. That's true. That is highly likely. Which is not such a huge issue altogether, right? Because the only thing that you're physically suffering is just you're getting pain, which you can easily fight using painkillers. Could use something to read to kill some time. Sadly, I don't have anything to read. I left everything in the original house. Maybe I should go there, actually. At a breaking point. Don't get it. Why is he so stressed? You know what? Let's take one. No shit! It doesn't. It's not gonna fix stress. It's gonna fix sadness. Okay, that's the wrong pill. Almost 30 people. Oh shit! You're right. Yeah, wrong pill. Anyways, that's okay. The original house is not that far away, but there are woods in between. I hate walking through the woods. Just watch some telly. Yeah, probably a good choice. Thank you. I didn't think of it. Any show? Is there any show on? There we go. See? Excellent suggestion. Thank you. I didn't think of it. I wasn't paying attention to the numbers, actually. You know, got so much heat going on in the game. It's hard to follow. Okay, getting better. Not great, but still pretty good. Okay, but they're just talking about the curfew. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and kill a few more. Very dramatic. Yeah, so like a book or a comic book would do the trick also. One of the ways to deal with stress for a smoker, if you can't find any cigarettes, is just reading through comic books and stuff. Oh, great hit. Oh, a fat guy! Creepy clown. Do you wear wigs? Do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? I don't know what that is. That's one of the weird zombie models added through Authentic Z. Yeah, that's one of the things you have to take into consideration in Build 42. Absolutely, you have to figure out a way on how to manage the. Ooh! Okay, that was incredibly lucky. Wow, you have to find ways to manage the noise you're making, and also finding smokes is a bit of an issue, right? You would expect pretty much every other person to carry a pack with them, and that's usually not the case, and it's just annoying. There is a cool mod that fixes the sourcing of cigarettes though, which I tend to use. You can probably see that on many zombies that I managed to kill, there are some like cigarettes and cigars and stuff. I'm using a mod which is called Smoke Like It's 1993, and that really fixes the problem of finding cigarettes. Okay, I am useless in combat. I have to kill these two and get back to base. See, a pouch of tobacco. Chewing tobacco. Almost on every single zombie you're able to find something, so that really helps. That wasn't nice. Yeah, exactly. It can be used in place of... It's actually even better. In terms of reducing stress. Holy shit, I killed so many. Yo, I am... Okay, 277. I was actually expecting to be above 300 at this point. Still, 377 is decent. I think there were books here. Phone book. Yeah, that's definitely gonna reduce agitation. Next save, I have to pick up Speed Demon and go full gas. We're gonna do that, actually. And we're gonna spawn in Irvington specifically to get a race car. And I'm gonna be looking for the one with the number 34. The thing with the number 34 is that it's like my favorite number. I used to play football with 34 as my number, so it's kind of sentimental for me. So when I saw that they added NASCAR cars and they actually have a car with a number 34, I was like, oh my god, what a lovely gift. Well, the problem with this house now is that that bedroom window is broken. I think what I'm gonna do is... There a sheet? Maybe? There is one. Sweet. Just to be safe. Lock this door. I'm gonna put a sheet on the window. They are much better. Okay. Markets Monthly and World Trade, February 1990 edition. So we are definitely going into the financial niche in our pastime reading now. Yep, I'm infected in that wound. 100%. I didn't even notice which skill was that actually. Which one? I think it was foraging maybe, I don't know. Or maybe trapping, whatever. Wall Street. Yo, that was even before the dot-com period. I think that was really a boring period of time on the stock market. Or was it early 90s? Maybe it was the biotech bubble. There was a bubble before the dot-com bubble, which was about all those different companies in the medicine sector, but I'm not sure exactly which year that was. It was either late 80s or early 90s. But I could be wrong. Recession of 1990? Was there? I was too young to remember. Early 1990s, I was playing in a sandbox. And like a legit sandbox, not a zombie survival sandbox game. Okay, makes sense. What I'm thinking... Oh, there's somebody over. Somebody out the door. A neighbor. I think 80s was when the Japanese stock market crashed. They were going really strong with their technology and their automotive industry, and then something happened and they crashed, and I think only recently they've reached to the levels that used to be all-time highs back in the late 80s. Stocks are boring. They're not boring. Actually, they are a way of, you know, achieving financial freedom. Well, no, let me rephrase. Not financial freedom. Helping with securing your retirement. Let me put it this way. And granted, it's really not popular from where we are from yet, Raven. It's still a niche. I forgot to turn off the oven, guys. I would burn the house down and myself with it. Okay, let's kill some time. Yeah, I know you're sad, bro. That's okay. Going to sleep. Guys, we're gonna hit day 5? Yeah, we're gonna hit day 5. So, since it's getting a bit late, I'm gonna try... What I'm gonna try and... Okay, I woke up with nightmares. Perfect. What I'm gonna try and do... is I'm gonna try and see if the car... Here, eat some ice cream. I'm gonna try and see if the car in the parking lot, that Jeep, is actually something that's decent quality. And maybe I'll find the key, and I'm gonna wrap up for the day. Usually after 3 hours I am starting to play really poorly, so I don't want to make a stupid mistake. What do you mean stealth mode? Like sneak and stuff? Oh, it's too dark. I'm not a smoker, but I'm gonna smoke to reduce the stress. It's probably gonna make me feel really bad. Okay, it didn't do anything with the stress. I am still highly agitated. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I probably should that. I probably should try and play a bit more safe. Sneak a bit more. But now that I've cleared almost all the population of this district... Oh, it's just a... It's a blood stain. I thought that's a zombie. Yeah, it sucks. I don't see a reasonable reason for being at a breaking point, but that's fine. It is what it is. Get a flashlight. I think I'll just try and stay near the streetlights. As it's not that bad here. There's still a few hours before like proper daytime. Okay, few of them saw me already. Good. I'll try to pull like in small groups, preferably 1 or 2 per pull. Thanks, Atmosphere. It was really nice. Nice of you of being here. I'll probably stream on Thursday. If you have time, feel free to hop in. It's getting late here anyway. I'll be closing soon. And I do need to eat something. I am so hungry. Oh, a cook? Yeah, I heard it. Almost at the Jeep. Almost at the Jeep, guys. It looks pretty beat up, though. I don't want to be the... How it's called? Harbinger of bad news? Oh, Jesus, it's horrible. High population, Nash. So... Yeah, 289. I'm doing it slowly and methodically. Orange shitbox incoming. No, I'll try to find something else. Something... Maybe something better. A key to the camera store. Okay, I heard them from various different directions. Wasn't cool. I haven't checked fuel though. I will worry about fuel in a moment. First, I want to find a functioning vehicle, something that I would be able to just get in and drive. Yeah, but in all honesty, it doesn't look too good. They're all pretty beat up, actually. Oh, I have a key to this one. Well, it's better than nothing, right? So if I have a key... If it would have a decent engine, that could be manageable. It doesn't look like it would have a good engine. Yeah, it's again horrible. Whatever. I found a few car keys, but this one looks not bad, at least visually. Oh, this one is great. Yo, this one is perfect. It's obviously locked. I'm gonna check this car and I'll probably... Key to the Gigamart. Not something I would need. I'm gonna try and lockpick the door. Get inside. And hope for the best. Nothing. Okay, well anyway. Guys, I'm done for today. I am so hungry. I gotta get something to eat. I really appreciate all of you being here with me tonight. I haven't streamed in a while, so I wasn't expecting anybody to show up, and yet you've probably beaten the all-time result on the channel, which is amazing. I will be streaming on Thursday, so we're gonna pick up where we left off. And yeah, thanks for making my evening fun, and I hope I've made your evening fun. So, see you next time, and take care.